Did you know? Welcome, fellow knowledge seekers. Today, we're going on a whirlwind tour of the past, uncovering some of the weirdest and most unexpected facts from history around the globe. So, buckle up. Did you know that Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt? That's where we get the word salary from. It's derived from the Latin word salarium, which means salt money. Now that's a savory fact. Over to ancient Egypt. Did you know that pharaohs were often fat? Despite popular depictions, many Egyptian rulers were overweight, thanks to a diet rich in bread, honey, and alcohol. So much for the fitness myth. And speaking of myths, let's debunk one right now. Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't short. He was actually average height for his time. The misconception comes from a difference in French and English measurements. Let's move to the 19th century USA. Did you know that President Abraham Lincoln was a licensed bartender? Before his presidency, he co-owned a tavern in Illinois. Now that's a presidential pour. Let's move across the pond to the UK. Did you know that Big Ben isn't actually the name of the famous clock tower? It's the nickname for the great bell inside the tower. Let's take a trip down under. Did you know that before the arrival of humans, Australia was home to giant marsupials? These included wombats the size of rhinos and kangaroos twice the height of a human. While we're talking about animals, did you know that cows have best friends? Studies show that when separated, these bovine buddies experience significant stress. Speaking of stress, did you know that the Great Wall of China isn't visible from space? Despite popular belief, astronauts claim it's actually too thin to see without aid. Let's head back in time to the medieval period. Did you know that in 1386, a pig was executed in France for the murder of a child? Yes, you heard right, a pig had a trial and was hanged. While we're on the subject of trials, did you know that in ancient Rome, if a person was murdered, their killer would be tied to the corpse until they confessed? Talk about a haunting punishment. Speaking of haunting, did you know that during the Victorian era, it was common to take family portraits with deceased loved ones? It was a way to commemorate their memory in an age before easy-access photography. Our next fact is a little chilly. Did you know that the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was -128.6 degrees Fahrenheit? It was recorded at Russia's Vostok station in Antarctica in 1983. And finally, did you know that bananas are berries, but strawberries are not? It all has to do with the plant's flower and how the fruit develops. That's a fruity fact to finish off our crazy trip through history. So, there you have it. 13 crazy facts from history around the world. Join us next time as we continue our journey, digging deep into the archives to bring you the most surprising, fun, and fascinating facts from our past. Until then, keep questioning.